Hello, everybody. The show's about to start. I had taco salad for lunch. I really hope I don't fart. Carry on, carry on. It's now time for Taco Tuesday. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Taco Tuesday. I'm your host with the most that likes to eat Tostitos. It is now time for Taco Tuesday, a very good Taco Tuesday to all of you, and I'm glad you're joining me from wherever you are. But I'm just waiting for my co-host, Sagitarically speaking, to show up. And while we're doing that, let's see who's in the chat. Let's see here. So far, we've got, let me scroll down here. The ever so lovely Catherine Snow is here. And even though I can't do the Michael Fontaine thing, I would like to say Michael Fontaine is in the house. Michael Fontaine? Michael Fontaine? Eddie Von Keen, the real one. And Go-Kart Bob zooming in. How you doing, Mr. Go-Kart? Nice to see you here on this very lovely Taco Tuesday. And, I'm sure we have at least one lurker. I'm going to take a guess at it. I'm going to take a stab in the dark, mind you, but a stab nonetheless. I'm going to guess that Zombie Cat Club is joining us here tonight. I don't know. But anyway, we'll begin Taco Tuesday here momentarily, just waiting for my broadcast partner and good friend, Sagittarically speaking, to join the fun. We have some brand new Mandela effects to present to you guys. And we'll be talking about other stuff as well. A lot of stuff going on this week. It's just a lot of stuff in the news, I guess. There's a few Mandela effects I'm going to bring up as soon as Saggy gets here. But, overall, I think we should have a good show, and the call lines will be open. So if you're sitting back, kick off your shoes, relax, and be all set for Taco Tuesday. I'll be watching my phone right now. I'm letting it charge. I think I found a couple of brand new Mandela effects and maybe even an old Mandela effect. I'm not sure. There's a video I want to play. I guess I can go ahead and play that video. It's actually a video strip, if you will. So let me go ahead and go gather that video. While you guys, I'd like to thank every single one of you guys for patiently waiting. I don't know what happened to Sadji. I guess this is his way of showing me what it feels like to disappear from the show. Because I did that to him last on Shifty Sunday, I believe it was. So now let me scroll down and see what I was looking at earlier today. I found this come across my news feed. I thought it was interesting. Let's see here. Scrolling down. Um, hmm. I don't know if I should play that one because it's a Dukes of Hazzard. There was a clip I was going to show you. It's from the Dukes of Hazzard, and basically, Uncle Jesse breaks down racism and prejudice, and in basic detail says there is no account for all that garbage. Like, oh, I see what I did here. I'm still on my Hebrew toy reviews. By the way, on my Hebrew toy reviews channel, while I'm in here, I will go ahead and play you a video from my Hebrew toy reviews channel. And when I'm done playing it, I will send the link. So let me fast forward past the intro, past this, past all that. Well, actually, let's watch this. This is a 13-minute deal. So, but I am going to fast forward it past the intro a little bit here. Okay, let me pause it. Rewind it just a bit. This is for my Hebrews toy review channel. Let me get on here to the share my screen. There you are. And I hope you guys can hear this all right. I don't have anybody here to confirm nor deny what I'm about to play. I guess it would help if I turned the sound on. There we go. Hello, everybody. Hero77 here. And I just got in this special item. And it is from, can you read that right there? Charlie's Custom Toy Shop. I guess this is going to be an unboxing, so to speak, and a sort of a review on an Ecto-1 that I customized. So let's just get this open right here. Rip it off the top, pull it out. This goes with the Ecto-1 that I customized. Now this is my first time ordering something like this. Look at here. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, I gotta be careful of that. Now, for those of you that don't know what this is, get a closer look at it. What this is a Proton Pack. This is where their Proton Packs go. And as you can see, you got all 4 slots there. And it even has little traps there at the back, which I thought that was, can you see them? The traps. Get it all in view. Little traps here in the back. They're non-removable. They're just there for aesthetic looks. And it all comes on this slidable tray. You have your thing here, and it slides. See, that's what makes it slide in and out of the Ecto-1. And it slides. See, that's what makes it slide in and out of the Let's take a look at my customized Ecto-1. And it slides. Before we get started, I would like to remind everyone that this whole thing all got started way back when I asked you for your help. Let's check it out. And I'll tell you why. As you can see, I got all 3 screws out the bottom. And this is sort of a before and after kind of thing I did here. Now look down here. I don't know what all this crap is here. I'm guessing it's grass that I dragged in onto the carpet. It is lifted. Now here's the problem. It's attached back here with these pieces here going in. I think I see how to do this now. And I don't know how to remove this. That comes, this gray piece here, this is the white piece, and it comes completely off of this. It took me forever to figure this out. There were no videos on YouTube on how to at the time. I finally got a hold of one fella's video that shows how to do it. But I don't think I explained how in this video. Gray piece. And I can see where it's snapped in. Like the bottom is snapped in to the back bumper. These two white pieces here. And I pinched on them. I can't remember. I think it was you, Eddie Von Keen, who had some suggestions for me. So, you know what? I do appreciate what you tried to do for me way back then. Pulled on them. I've done everything I know possible, and I've looked up videos on YouTube. And there's nobody out there takes apart any vintage car. I even looked on retro blasting, and you know, there's no. I'll be right back. Video. There's a couple of videos I found where they have restorations, but they either show the car already taken apart, or they do it really fast. Like they speed up the footage to save for time, and I get that. But damn it, can't you guys have one single video pointing out step by step how to take apart an Ecto 1? Look at this. I'm really close. I gotta push these out of here. So it reached out to Toy Polloi, and actually Toy Polloi did say that they were doing a video on this. But you can see the paint's not all quite there yet. I need to paint over all of these imperfections. But let's take a look at what I did here. Starting with the front, you've got the red detailed these things here. And you turn around, you can see the headlights here. I painted those white. I've got the red, blue, and red, blue, red headlights there. I painted all of this chrome. All I need to do is put the license plate there on the front. I didn't redo any of the stickers, but you can see all the bumps and ripples here. I need to go back over that. Here at the top, I painted these in yellow, like in the show. Back here, before we look at that, up here, I painted this chrome, that chrome color. And back here, as you can see, or not see, and light in there. There you go. I painted those tail lights red. It took a lot of work to get this done. Now we'll see how our Ecto 1, let's get Egon out of there. Last week, I did a review on the Ecto 1. Let's see here, I assume this slides. That's going to be a tight squeeze. That claw needs to go up somewhere, or this isn't going to shut. Okay, well, let me go ahead and pause it here. I would see who's doing what in chat, but I can't see the chat right now. Let me go ahead and I probably should have. The claw probably needs to go up. Hold on. Yeah, we got it all the way in there. I had to take the claw all the way out. So now slide this out to here. And that will reveal all the Proton Packs. Now let's put the proton packs on there. Okay, so I had a hard time getting these proton packs actually on this thing. And honestly, I don't think I got them on there right, but the only way I could figure it out is if they go on there at an angle kind of slanted like that. But now let's see if they'll go in the back of the Ecto 1. So, put this here, like so. Why is it so hard to get in there? There we go. Back!
Sorry about that, folks.
Anyway, if you have a proton pack with a loose neutrino one,
I gotta say, I didn't mean to cuss there, but man, this thing was being a pain in the ass. So I really had a hard time with it.
okay, that's not really going to work. Hold on. Anyway, I don't have 4 on here. Instead, I have 3 on here. And you have to kind of lean them a certain way, and they will go in there. But now, if your zappers are still attached on the end, they probably will not fit. And even with the zappers off there and the proton packs fitted in there the actual way they're supposed to go on, the door on the Ecto 1 still will not close. So I'm really disappointed.
I actually was able to get it in there correctly in order to close it. So I did that after I went off the air. I kind of wish I would have held off on putting this up there till I did a proper closure of the Ecto 1. So, but anyway, I digress.
In this, unless I'm doing it wrong, which I don't think I am. I slid it in there. I don't think that they took the time really to sort of just measure out. Now it does slide right in there, and maybe you're supposed to readjust here. The door kind of closes, but at the same time, you still have your claw hanging out. So at this point in time, I'm going to have to really just give this, look at that, they all fill out as soon as I pull that out. I'm going to have to give this a D-. Now, I hate doing that, but guys, I got to say, you really have to rework your design. Of course, I may not be doing it right. Where the heck did that proton pack go? Oh, there it is. Anyway, that does it for that review. Now,
Oh, here we go.
Resistance.
Here we are.
There you go. Working lights on the 1985 Kenner Ecto 1. How about that? That is something else. Let me go ahead and turn this light out so you can see them better. It even glows inside. It took me a really long time to even get the top of the frame off here to even show it off. And as you can see, we got both guys. We got Winston and we got Ray. I really wish that really wish I had my turntable here. But anyway, there you go. Ghostbusters. Now, in my last video, I played music, and I think what I did is I played it too loud. So at some point in time, I might reload that one. But there you go. My custom Ecto 1 with real working lights. I would have connected the siren. Unfortunately, I did something and it totally messed it up. But I have the siren, nonetheless. Sirens.
But I tell you what, here's the thing. When I clipped the top lights here in order to fit it in this chastity here, I accidentally clipped the siren from the device, which is okay because when I make my stop motion movie, I could just play I do have the siren and I could play it separate. I have the siren on a second device, and I might eventually add it to this. Who knows?
It's kind of annoying anyway. Oh, there you have it. My custom Ecto 1. And you got an unboxing review as well.
I need to straighten these out back here. Look at those.
These Charlie's Custom Toys. I may need to contact them and find out just how exactly you use this thing. I think I've got the Proton Packs on there correctly. But all right,
so let's
fall off. So I'm sorry.
Let's go ahead and paste the link.
Custom Toys. I'm going to have to give you a D-.
Copy the link there to my channel.
Overall, I'm happy with the way the Ecto 1 turned out. It took a really long time to do. It was a lot of hard work, and I still have some work to do, as you can see. But the whole point is the
so there you go. There's the
really well. And I'm very proud of that. So I guess that's the end of this review. Thumbs up if you liked the review. Thumbs down if you hated it. And until next time, remember, knowing isn't just half the battle, it's the whole damn war.
There you go. So yeah, I still have a lot of paint that I got to do. I got to repaint. You can see all the squigglies and stuff like that. And let's see here. Neutron Pack toy review. Sorry, Proton Pack. Guess I wasn't listening before. LOL. Go-Kart Bob says, looks like Hebrew painted the car with a butter knife. Yeah. Well, I didn't get all my streaks and stuff. But anyway, I'm going to post the link to that channel in here. And there we go. There's the link. So I've been constantly trying to text Saji, and I don't know what the heck happened to him. But if he doesn't show up within the next 5 minutes, I guess I'll go ahead on with the Mandela effects that I mentioned earlier on in the program. Let me check my phone one more time here. Let's see. Oh boy. Here, let me do this real quick. Let me go ahead and mute up, and then I'm going to give him a call. So you guys just hang tight and don't go anywhere. Chat amongst yourselves. I'm really trying to get this show in before Scarab goes live. He goes live about 9 o'clock, which is 10 o'clock Eastern, I do believe. So it's not like we don't have the time. You know, oh, very funny, Eddie Von Keen. He says, who is Saji? Exactly. It seems more often than not that he's gone missing in action. He has left me hanging on more than one occasion. Of course, a lot of those things is not his fault. You know, he loses his phone or has something go wrong with his phone, or maybe the charge on his phone goes dead, or, you know, it's not always his fault. Sometimes he does sleep in, though, but, you know, hey, it is what it is. The brother's only human, you know what I mean? And it's not like that I haven't been late before. I'm late a lot of times, you know. I think there was one time, I think our very first Shifty Sunday that we ever did, I was actually supposed to start at a certain time, and I just woke up like 10 minutes before we were supposed to go live. And so, you know, it happens. It happens. I just have to give him. I have to bust his balls a little bit. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just busting his balls. So let me go ahead and mute up, and I'll give him a call. You guys hang in there, and I'll be right back. Sometimes it's on the third or fourth ring. And sometimes he can't always hear me. Maybe if I call him enough times, it'll wake him up. Okay. Well, shoot. All right. Well, maybe that'll wake him up. Who knows? But in the meantime, it's I hate being stuck here on the air by myself. I really do, but it is what it is. Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you gotta kill time before the star arrives. And I think a lot of people think of Saji as the star of this show, and in a lot of ways he really is, because we do tend to play off of each other. And you know what? I left him hanging last week, or not last week. I exited the show on Shifty Sunday. I did it as a joke, but I stayed on extra long. And I'm going to tell you right now, if that's what he's doing, then he is fired. He is totally fired, man. I'm telling you. But anyway, there's a video I'm wanting to share, but I'm a little hesitant to do it because it is copyright sort of material. Let me go drag that video up real quick. Let's see here. Now, I don't want to really get into the mask talk again. I think we beat that dead horse to death until the dead horse was just a big old pile of horse meat. So I'm not going to go into that right now. But let's see here. Oh, yeah, I guess if I went to history, go to history. I'm sure it's in there somewhere. Well, actually, I sent it to Saji. What is all this stuff, man? Am I still in Hebrew toy reviews? Oh, man. No wonder my history's showing kind of empty. There we go. Let's change over. Here we go. I'm changing over now. Okay, there's Taco Tuesday. Now we're in that watch history. So here we go. Got Armor Up there. I do want to share Armor Up's Finder Keeper's book that he got on Amazon. His daily devotional. But I don't know. Maybe I'll share that towards the end of the show. You know what? Okay, the name of the video I'm about to show you is Defend the General Lee, Uncle Jesse's Speech on Prejudice. And it's only 1 minute long, so we should be okay. Let's see here. Big old rebel flag there at the beginning. If you guys are offended by the rebel flag, then, I think maybe you won't like this segment. But if you're offended by the rebel flag, you can leave and come back when I'm done presenting this video. It's only 1 minute long. I don't think you guys are offended by the rebel flag, but Who knows? Maybe there's some of you that didn't grow up with the Dukes of Hazzard like I did. But there you go. Let me go ahead and get in here so I can make it a lot bigger. There we go. And here we go. Oh, and the song's playing. I forgot about that. And there's footage of the TV show. I forgot about that. That was a nice jump, wasn't it?
You were going to show him good Duke hospitality, you understand?
Yeah, but Uncle Jesse, the chicken don't open the barn door for a coyote.
Now, the Dukes and the Hogs have been opposite sides of the fence for years. We always have been, and we always will be.
The day we step over that fence, it's going to be a cold day. And
Now you watch your language and listen to me. You boys are reacting to prejudice. The good Lord put us here on this earth to overcome things like hating people for something they did to us in the past. Doesn't that make sense? Don't you understand that?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, good.
There you go. Now, if that isn't just like a really good sort of sums up everything, it sums up everything that's going on, the cancel culture and the riots and the Black Lives Matter and all that stuff. I think Uncle Jesse put it pure and simple and plain, and I couldn't agree with him more. You know what I'm saying? So there you have it. Now I don't know if YouTube is going to shut me down for showing that rebel flag or not, but I do got to say that all of this is all good, man. It's all for intentional. It's all for, educational purposes only. And, I just thought that was I thought that was a good sort of, not a speech, but, a good sort of, I guess you could call it a speech. Why not? An inspirational speech there from a good old boy. I didn't grow up in the deep South, but I grew up in the southern part of Illinois, which shares its borders with Missouri and Kentucky and Tennessee, and I've had many relatives that lived in the South, and none of those relatives were ever racist. And you saw the General Lee, you saw the flag there, and it's just that was part of the times. That rebel flag, to me, there's nothing racist against that rebel flag. Now, the Confederate flag, on the other hand, which a lot of people think is the same thing, to me, it's not. To me, it depends on who's holding the flag. Like in the hands of an evil racist person, the Confederate flag or the rebel flag, the Confederate flag is evil. But in the hands of the good old boys, people who are from the South, and people that understand exactly what that flag means and what it represents, the rebel flag just means being a rebel, being against the system, fighting against the system. It's in the song. I mean, when you think about it, really, it's fighting the system like a true modern day Robin Hood. It's just, to me, that you're rebelling against the law. You're rebelling against this and rebelling against that. But, years ago, I remember years ago, I think it was back in 2009 or 2010, I remember watching something, I think something that someone sent on Facebook, and they were talking about the rebel flag being racist. And I said, what the heck? How is it racist? Does it have the N word on it? Does it, does it, how exactly is it racist? And I read articles about it back then. I read articles about it now, and a lot of people, it's split down the middle, really. 2040. Some people say, well, the rebel flag was all about segregation, or it was all about slavery, and I just don't see that. I don't see that it was about slavery. I don't see it was about segregation. Now, in the hands of the Confederate Army, yeah, maybe it was about slavery. Maybe it was about keeping slaves. But that's when it was the Confederate flag. When it changed from the Confederate flag to the rebel flag, it became something totally, entirely different. And, you go down south, it's not just white people who wave that flag, by the way. I've seen plenty of black people who wave that flag and who believe in the flag. They just believe it's part of their Southern heritage. And I know, yeah, that may seem like a cop-out to a lot of people, whatever, because that's what a lot of people say. Well, this is just part of my heritage. It's kind of like when a white person says they're not racist because they have that one black friend, But in a way, it all makes sense now, because I don't think that that's right, that people should put labels on stuff. They put labels on people saying, this is racist, or that's racist, or you're racist, you're a racist thinker, or you're a hater, Well, we all hate something. You know what I mean? Like, we all hate, like, some of us may hate black beans. Some of us may hate pinto beans. Some of us may hate broccoli. Some of us may hate the color of our walls. It's like, I hate that color. That? Okay, that's not a good example. But I really think I'm digging myself deep here. But, some people may hate the way you dress. Some people may hate that sound you make, the smacking noise while you eat. There is hate in people, but I don't think that necessarily makes you a racist person if you have hate in your heart. I don't have hate in my heart towards people. Like I said, I may hate, like, that shirt that guy's wearing, or I may hate the way this person thinks, or something like that. But towards people, no, not at all, man. Not one little drop of hate for anybody like that. So to put everyone in that box, that category, and say you're all a bunch of haters, because you have the rebel flag, or you're all a bunch of haters because you're wearing the American flag. Now, I'm about to say something that's really controversial, but if you look at perspectives, like, you take things into perspective. Let's say you take a swastika for an example. Now, the swastika in the hands of a Nazi, it's evil. And it will always be regarded as evil, no matter what kind of spin you put on it. And I got to say, I will never fly a swastika in my yard or anything like that. But when you go back in time, you think the Japanese and the Japanese culture, the swastika a long time ago meant peace and unity. And I think that, honestly, I think that Hitler knew that. And he thought he would turn it around. Like, he turned the symbol a certain way, and he used it for destruction and division. And I think that's what it really comes down to. A symbol is a symbol. You know, a symbol is something. I mean, you could say that about anything. You could say that about the American flag. Really? I mean, what's a flag? A flag is a flag, right? But you know, what it stands for, it stands for the United States of America. And I would never do anything to disrespect the United States flag. I love that flag and I love my country. But at the same time, when we see somebody desecrate the flag, they may be burning on it, they may be stepping on it, stomping it on the ground like we saw the protesters doing. And we're all saying, that's horrible, that's horrible. They should quit doing that. If they don't like this country, they should leave it. Well, the truth is, they have every right to do that. Now, I'm not saying that it's right, and I'm not saying that I'm for it, but they have just as much right to do that as we have the right to tell them that it's wrong. That we have just as much right to protest against it. You see, it's all a two-way street here. Freedom is a two-way street. And, you know, maybe we have too many freedoms in this country, you know, because you see other countries that don't take issue with a lot of the stuff that we take issue with. And look how much better their countries are doing. Some of them. Now, you know, this is the United States of America, and I love my country. I think it's the greatest country in the world. But at the same time, I think we do have too many freedoms, even though the freedoms that we do have seem to be getting taken away. But what I mean by too many freedoms is I think, like, if you think about a robber, right? A robber goes and robs your house. All right. Now he breaks into your house, he robs your house, and you shoot him and you kill him dead. Okay. So you kill him dead. And in some places, in some states, that's called stand your ground. And you have the right to defend your home. And I'm totally for defending your home, by the way. I have guns. I use my guns. I don't have like AK-47s or anything like that. But, you know, I used to rabbit hunt and deer hunt. And, you know, I got all kinds of guns. So, anyway, so in some places, you do the very same thing. You kill a dude who's broken in your house, and the judge decides that because that guy didn't have a weapon, you are the one going to jail now. You're the one that's going to face criminal charges. And that's all because of the overload of freedoms that we have in this country. I really do believe that. And you know, the other thing is, I've heard stories where people have broken into people's homes and they tripped on a piece of furniture and broke their foot or something, and they end up suing. Like, they ended up suing the guy whose home it was. And I think they've actually won. Which is stupid if you ask me. If you break in someone's house, you're, number one, you're trespassing. Number two, you know, can I send you one in the mail? Caffrey Snow says, I don't have any gun. No, I think that would probably be highly illegal. I don't know. I have to look into it. Although I do know that people do mail each other guns all the time. But I don't know exactly. You'd have to have paperwork and all that stuff. And I know you're just kidding around, but I don't know. It could be done. But no, I want to keep all my guns though. Thank you. But no, getting back to the whole flag thing. You know, we frown on people who destroy our United States flag.
But at the same time, I've seen people destroy flags from other countries. I'll give you a good example. A good example is Shawn Michaels when he was in Canada, and he went over to Canada. I think at the time it was right around the time of the Montreal screw job, where Vince McMahon screwed Bret Hart out of the title, and had Shawn Michaels pin him. I think that was right around that time. So everyone in Canada, wherever Shawn Michaels went at that time forward, they booed him. And I think he used that to his advantage. He used that to his evil character to get the crowd to what they call catching heat. And when you have that sort of situation, he wanted more heat on the crowd. So he would take the Canadian flag and he'd put it between his legs and he'd rub it on his balls, and he'd rub it on his butt, make it look, he would shimmy his butt with it and blow his nose on it. And he did that more than once, mind you. I mean, he did it quite a few times. Wrestlers wrestle almost on an everyday basis, and they go to all these different places. So when you're on tour in Canada and he's doing that to the Canadian flag over and over again, I think people should be disgusted by that as well. Why aren't we disgusted by that? No, it's totally acceptable. But I think it's wrong. I think it's just as wrong as doing something to the American flag. And I agree with you, Go-Kart Bob. We do have more than 50 states, because I remember 52 states. 52 is what I remember, and 52 is what I'm going to go by. Because I think, I thought, if I'm not mistaken, I thought we had Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is one of our states. I thought we did. And then I thought we had part of Mexico as well. I don't know what part, but I thought we had a chunk of it somehow. I don't know. But that's another thing I wanted to talk to you about Saji, if he ever gets on here, as I was going to talk to him about Christopher Columbus and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, when everyone thinks of America, everyone thinks of the 52 states. Yeah, that's right. I said it. 52 states. Take that. But really, America is all those 52 states plus Canada, because that is the continent of North America. Now, when people think of America, they think about the United States of America. But really, the whole continent of America includes Canada. And I think a part of Mexico. I'm not sure. Why do I keep bringing up Mexico? I don't know. But so when they think about Native Americans, we were talking the other day about the Native Americans, most Native Americans did not get upset when about the Redskins. They're changing the name of the Redskins, and they asked Native Americans how they felt about this, and they said, I don't know, we don't care. In fact, I think some of them, there was a Indian chief, Native American chief, who was questioned about the whole Redskins controversy. And this all has to do with the cancel culture, by the way. And he said in an honest to God answer, he actually liked the Redskins. He liked the name Redskins. He thought they represented the Native American people very well. He said, I was very proud of that team, especially back in the 70s and 80s when they were way up there. They were winning Super Bowls and whatnot. He's like, man, what is happening with this country? And the reason why I'm talking about the Redskins
is because there's other teams they're going to bring down as well. We have a team in Memphis. They were called the Memphis Rebels. And good old Go-Kart Bob mentions the Memphis Rebels, or not the Memphis Rebels. He mentions the Rebels in general. When I was showing, let's see here, trying to find out where he speaks about it. But are they going to change that name? And what about the baseball teams? Are they going to change the Cleveland Indians as well? To a different name. And here's another thing I was thinking about when we were talking about cancel culture the other day on Shifty Sunday. The thing I wanted to think about was, oh shit, where was I on this? I was going somewhere. Oh yeah, Aunt Jemima pancake syrup. When we were talking about the cancel culture, are they going to just take her picture off of there and not change the name? Or are they going to change the name to something else? That's a brand recognized name. It just, I don't know how they're going to do it. They want people to buy their Aunt Jemima pancake syrup, and then they put it under a different name. People are just going to think it's a generic brand, and they're not going to buy it. Okay, so the name is also gone. Huh. Well, isn't that interesting? So, I don't know what are they going to give it? Like America's pancake syrup? No, they wouldn't call it that. That would be too for America. And the cancel culture is against America. So, Eddie Von King says it would be Sister Sally. And he also mentions the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Kansas City Chiefs, that's a good point, Bob. Wait, did I say Bob? Oh, shit. Sorry, Eddie. I accidentally called you Bob. Yeah, the Chiefs, are they going to change them as well? I don't know. Maybe they could change it to the Kansas City Fire Chiefs. Who knows? Catherine Snow says Beyonce pancake syrup. Oh man. Hey, I don't know. That would sell. I will say that, but then they'd have to give Beyonce the proceeds for it or whatever it's called. The the what you know what I'm trying to say. Well, hey, so I'm gonna talk about the two Mandela effects that I found. One of them, I think, is a pretty old Mandela effect, but I want to share it with you guys anyway. And then I guess after I get to these two Mandela effects, we're going to open up the phone lines so you guys can call in. Damn, Saji, where are you, brother? You're usually pretty good at giving me the time here, making the time go by. Especially when you get on a damn good subject. Tell you what I'm going to do. Before I bring up the two Mandela effects, I'm going to give this one more go. I'm going to try to call him one more time. And let's see where he's at. Here we go. I'm picking up the phone now. It is 8:43. And he is so used to us starting about 8:43 or so. So he might have forgotten about the time change. So that probably threw him all off. So let me go ahead and give him a call here. And he's probably not going to answer, but I'll do it anyway. Huh. Should we give him a countdown like he did me?
Please leave your message for...
Okay, well, I'm not going to leave. I never leave messages, by the way. I wish Lorraine Lamore, if you're out there, maybe you can give Saji a call. But I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to give him a countdown. Let's give him a fair shake here. Let's give him a 30-second countdown, okay? And we'll do it the old-fashioned way. We'll count Mississippi's. Okay? Are you guys ready? All right, we're going to do the countdown, and if he's not here by 0, then I'll go ahead and we'll get on with this, the Mandela effects. All right? Are you guys ready? Okay, here we go. 30, Mississippi. 29, Mississippi. 28, Mississippi. 27, Mississippi. 26, Mississippi. 25, Mississippi. 24, Mississippi. 23, Mississippi. 22, Mississippi. 21, Mississippi. 20, Mississippi. 19, Mississippi. 18, Mississippi. 17, Mississippi. Where was I? Was on 18? 17, Mississippi. Eddie Von Keen, you're kind of messing me up there, brother. He's giving a weird countdown. 25, 57, 14. That's funny. Start back with 17, Mississippi. 16, Mississippi. 15, Mississippi. 14, Mississippi. 13, Mississippi. 12, Mississippi. 11, Mississippi. 10, Mississippi. 9, Mississippi. 8, Mississippi. 7, Mississippi. 6, Mississippi. 5, Mississippi. 4, Mississippi. 3, Mississippi. 2, Mississippi. 1, Mississippi. 0, Mississippi. Whoops. Dang it. I meant for that to be a you know what. But it's not happening. Stupid AutoZone commercial. Why, man? Why? Why must you play an AutoZone commercial right now? All right, and there's the buzzer. And it looks like Saji McLadgy is not going to make it. So he's fired until I can find a replacement. Now, okay. So let's get on with the 2 Mandela effects. I know you guys have been waiting for these for a while now. So let me ask you guys in chat, what color is Rocky's championship belt? The belt strap itself. I'm not talking about the gold plate on the front of the belt. I'm talking about the strap. What color is Rocky Balboa's belt strap? And I'll give chat more than enough time to answer here. Because, you know, it ain't like I got a whole lot going on. So I'll give you guys enough time. Those of you who watched the Rocky movies several times like I have, you should have the answer right away. So I'll just do that. I got to take down a couple things here. And I've got another Mandela effect I'm going to mention after this one. So we'll get to it. What color is Rocky Balboa, the strap of the belt? Does anybody know? Anybody at all? Just waiting for that to Okay, we got Calf Reed Snow says red, white, and blue. Let's see if anyone else pops in their answers while we're waiting. In a way, we're kind of waiting for Saji McGladgy. Okay, Michael Fontaine says red. Let's see here. If I view this on YouTube, it goes by a lot faster because there's quite a bit of lag here on the StreamYard. So there we go. Oh, so it's pretty much the same then. Okay, so we got one for red, white, and blue. We got one for red. I'm waiting for other answers to pop in. And I guess I'll give just another minute or so, waiting for another answer to pop in. You know what I bet happened? I honestly think Saji had his phone, right? And he had his phone off charge the whole time he took his nap. And then, he went to take his nap, and then when he woke up, his phone was completely dead. So I bet he's had his phone on charge this whole time. Hey, Lorraine Lamore, how you doing, buddy? Hey, can you do me a favor and tell Saji we're live? I know you guys talk sometimes, so I'm just saying. The question is, what color is Rocky Balboa's belt strap? And so far, we have red, white, and blue. We have one for red. And I'll give you my answer. What I always thought it was. Red, white, and blue is my answer. So there's that one. I wonder what Saji's answer is going to be if he ever gets in here. But anyway, so you know what? I think we've got enough answers here. So I'm going to go ahead and show it to you. There you go. Oh, I probably need to make that way bigger. Hold on. So we have, let me put this in pictures here. And yes, it is red, white, and blue. However, as you can see here, there's quite a bit of yellow. Now, this looks like it might have been the belt from Rocky, Rocky 3, because Mr. T's on it. So let's see here. There's more pictures. I don't remember this yellow at all. That's the same picture. Come on, guys. Really? Now here, you can see there's a lot of yellow, a lot more yellow than what a lot of us would remember. To me, this yellow does not make any sense. I always thought the Rocky belt was kind of weird anyway because it's made of material. The strap is. Well, let's see here. That looks like a custom built strap. There's more red, white, and blue there. Now look at this. This is an official replica of the belt strap. And here you have a lot of yellow. I mean, a ridiculous amount of yellow. Does anyone agree with that? Let's see what they're saying in chat. Let me see here. To me, that's just a ridiculous amount of yellow. And so let's go back here. Whoops. Go back into it. We'll see more examples there. That one, not so bad. I mean, that one's kind of how I remember it. Okay, that's actual belts there. There it is again with all the yellow in there. More yellow. Look at this one. It's like the whole thing's almost covered in yellow. There's another one with yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Now, here's the thing. I couldn't really find any residue, so to speak of, for it being red, white, and blue. But let me ask you guys this. Do you remember all that yellow? Now, this one, let's blow this up. This looks like it's too little. Ugh. I hate when that happens. It's so little. But look how little, look how tiny it is. But tell me, that looks more like how I remembered it. Red, white, and blue with very little to no yellow. Oh, wow. There's Saggy. All right. Let me go ahead and pop him in here. Hey, brother. How you been?
Hey, what's going on? Are we doing a Shifty Sunday or Taco Tuesday or something?
Well, we're doing one of those things. I was just showing these fine folks here a brand new Mandela effect.
Oh, wow. How exciting is that? Yeah, sorry, I'm a little late. I was taking a cat nap and it turned into one of those other kind of naps where you just sleep forever.
It turned into a battle cat nap.
Yeah, that's what it turned into, all right.
Right. Well, hey, better late than never, buddy. I'll tell you what, we've all been patiently awaiting you.
Yeah, I've seen my phone rang quite a few times. So yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, they all told me that I should fire you, and I said, well, I really don't have a replacement right now, so.
Well, so nothing like a good sense of job security, you know.
Right. Yeah, no. I have been busting your balls a little bit here and there. Just let you know.
Well, what's this brand new Mandela effect?
Well, I asked the chat. I says, what color do you remember Rocky Balboa's belt strap being?
I want to say blue.
Oh, yeah?
But it's either red or blue or maybe gold. I don't know. I can't remember now. But I just woke up. So what does the chat say?
Well, the chat said red, white, and blue.
Well, maybe that's why I said red, white, or white, red, and blue. But yeah, go ahead.
But I've been showing examples of it.
All right, so the cat's already out of the bag, huh?
It is. It really is in battle cat proportions.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So let's. I've been showing them this. Now here's an up close of it. Okay. However, if you look, hold on. There's yellow in here now.
I see that.
Where did all this yellow come from?
Well, the yellow thread manufacturer probably had something to do with it.
Oh, well, very funny answer, by the way. But here, look at all this yellow now.
Oh wow, it's like it's growing.
Well, that's what I was showing before you stepped in. There's for the action figure. You can really see it, the one they made for the action figure. Now, you think if they're going to make these for the action figures, it would be more accurate.
Yeah, that looks like a flat ass figure. I'm sorry, you said action figure. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So there's that one again. Now, wait a minute. I think I see some discrepancies here. It's blue, white, and red, but I remember red, white, and blue also.
Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. And I would imagine you would be well versed on this subject.
Oh, yeah. I've been watching Rocky movies all week long.
You know, you mentioned that you were watching them earlier today. Is that when you noticed this?
Yes.
I see.
I kind of remember just like a little touch of yellow, but now, as you said, it's growing, man.
Yeah, it gets one. I mean, it's almost just as wide as the red and the white and the blue stripe.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, I did say gold. I said all of those colors.
You sure did, man. It's like you have recollection of all of them. You know
I
what
said red, and then I said blue, and then I think I said white, and then gold, didn't I?
Yes, you did. You sure did. So, but I definitely think that this has been affected.
Yeah.
Because I mean, whoever heard? I mean, there are yellow belt straps. Don't get me wrong.
You know, I imagined it as more like a leathery material too than it looks like. It looks like almost like a spandex or something.
Yeah, it's now I do know that this belt's always been material. I mean the strap, not the belt itself, not the gold plate. But
Right.
the strap's always been material with elastic around it. I do remember
Okay.
that.
Yeah, because I remember now him holding it and saying, "We did it," or that's been Manila effective now too, right? He used to say,
Yes.
"We did it," and now he says, "I did it," right?
No. What I remember is he said, "I did it," and now he says, "We did it."
Okay.
Let's see what. Actually, you know what? You just got me. Yo, Adrian, I did it. And see now, if you listen to it, here's where he actually says it.
That'll be a good scene. We'll pay attention to the belt too.
Yeah. Well, now I got to replay it.
Sorry.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, now I was wrong.
Yeah, I thought it used to be we, and now he's just taking all the credit, just like a typical guy, you know.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like he used to say, "We did it."
Yeah.
He just says, "I did it."
And why would he bother telling her that he did it when he could be telling her that we did it?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, if he's just going to say, "I did it," he could just say out loud to everybody that he did it. But if you're taking the time to point out the person that was with you the whole time, wouldn't you go ahead and say we?
Well, here's the thing. I remember this as being. Hold on, let me put you back on there. I remember this as being, "Yo, Adrian, I did it," and then when I watched it before, it said, "We did it." I was like, "What's this we shit?" And then like, it looks like it flopped back.
Right? Yeah. I mean, I remembered it the opposite way, but I mean, it hasn't been one I've thought about recently. So, yeah, maybe it has flipped or flopped or flippity flopped.
Oh my gosh, man! I totally think this is a flop because I remember I mentioned it to Sandy and she put it on Mandela Monday and Noble did a whole segment on it.
Right.
So I remember this being a total. I remember being totally affected by this, and now it looks like it's a flip flop.
Right. Yeah. Well, you know, it's possible. You're talking to a guy who just woke up, so I'm not able to make an argument strongly one way or the other. But I remember it kind of the other way around myself. I remember thinking the Mandela effect always should have been we, and now it is I. But I could be corrected. I could stand corrected. I mean, I'm talking to a guy who really knows his Rocky, so I'm not gonna put up much of an argument.
You have no dog in this fight, huh?
No.
Now I do have one more Mandela effect, but I'm gonna have to disappear for a second, and I'm not gonna disappear like I did, not like I did the other day, man.
All right. This is like Spy. It was like we got a really bad episode of Spy versus Spy going on here.
Right? No, I told the audience, I'm like, maybe he's getting me back for me disappearing the other day.
Well, right as I was logging in, coming in the StreamYard, I'm like, oh man, I am so late. I bet you he thinks I did this shit on purpose.
Yeah.
I didn't even get up and go make coffee first or anything. I felt so bad.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and get this second Mandela effect out of the way. Earlier, I was talking about. I showed them the clip about the General Lee. You know, the one I showed you. And they were okay with it.
Okay.
Like I think it sends a good positive message myself.
Well, I haven't had a chance to look at it, so I'll just have to watch it later.
Oh yeah. Well, you'll see it.
All right.
You're gonna have to go back and watch this whole show later. Well, half of it, the first half.
So you just trucked along without me all by yourself, man. I'm really sorry to hear that that's the case.
Yeah, I at first I felt like you were leaving me hanging, but I think I handled it okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you did just fine. You're a true professional, like we like to say in the field.
Yes, like we say in the field. In the field, out in the fields.
So who we got in chat, by the way?
Oh yeah, well, we got Go-Kart Bob.
All right. Don't you make that sound so non-eventful, but Go-Kart Bob is in the house.
The thing is, I already did the shout out, so.
Oh yeah, but see, I've just got here, so.
We got the ever so lovely Catherine Snows.
Oh, okay. Well, they're ever so lovely.
Lorraine Lamore bouncing in.
Hello, Lorraine.
Eddie Von Keen, the real one, with a wrench. There you go. And guess what? Guess who else?
Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine.
And I think there might be one or two lurkers. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah. I bet you there's a zombie cat club out there somewhere.
Oh, I forgot to mention Go-Kart Bob zooming in.
Zoom.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, Go-Kart Bob.
Actually, you said him first.
We got 30 minutes, so let's make it a good 30 minutes.
Okay. What happens in 30 minutes?
Good old scare performance comes on.
That's right. Good old scare performance.
Yeah.
All right. So what you said you had to leave? Did you already do that, or you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I did that and I'm back already.
All right. Well, I actually heard you, and my psychic powers tell me you were grabbing a pack of cigarettes.
I wonder how come. You didn't hear the smacking against my hand, did you?
No, I didn't hear anything of the sorts.
It's great to have you on here again, man. I got to tell you.
I was gone for so long, all those months. Oh, wait, I mean hours.
Yeah. But I got to tell you, man, I showed a video clip of my Ecto-1 restoration.
All right.
Yeah.
So you were making them suffer through the home movies while I was away, huh?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
But
actually, I'm sure that is quite an interesting video. I remember us having extensive conversations on how the heck you were going to get that thing apart.
Oh, yeah, and Eddie Von Keen even joined in.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah. That's been about 4 months ago.
I know, right? You're just now getting around to making a video, slacker.
I know, right? I just now got it. I mean, just about a month. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, just got it done. So,
well, with all this quarantine stuff, you probably could do it all over again if you had to.
Oh yeah. Well, I've got it now where all I gotta do is take the screws out of it, and it pops. I can pop it out of that bumper, whatever it is, real easy now.
All right.
But with that being said, this next Mandela effect may be an old one, but I think it's a good one nonetheless.
Well, let's see it.
Well, hold on now.
The big unveiling, the dun, 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 the brand new Mandela effect. There, you heard me sing.
There you go, man. Hey, that's not too bad. I don't think
An old one, huh?
it may be an old one. I don't know, but who can remember the times when you're down on your luck and there's no food in the house and you go to check the pantry and you whoop out one of these bad boys right here, this thing. Hold on, let me get to it.
Oh, let me see if I can. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good old chef. What?
Yes. Do you see it?
It's all one word now.
Well,
It's Boyardi.
yeah. But that's not the only thing that's up with this. Check this out, dude. Look at this E right here.
Oh yeah, look at him just hanging real big out there on the end.
I'll tell you what, man, I don't remember my Boyardee being all like this.
Well, I wonder if they. I mean, have you checked to see if they like did a logo update or anything like that?
Well, I mean, it could be possible.
Right.
So let's go ahead and we'll go over the older cans here. That looks like an older can.
Yeah. And go back to the other one. Looks like he has all white there, and in the other one, he had multiple. He had a red scarf.
Oh, yeah, he had a red scarf. So it has changed a little bit.
Yeah.
But look here. Look. I think I found some residue already.
Yeah, that's what I remember. The dashes.
Yeah.
It wasn't all one word.
Of course, that is just on his hat, though.
No, but I mean that's how you know how to pronounce it because it's boy space, dash R dash D. Otherwise, you're not. You're going to read it like Boyardi.
Exactly. But look at the can there. Okay, so it may be an update. But that's not a can, is it?
That's a box of spaghetti dinner, my friend.
Mm-hmm. So you're right. It might have been a logo update, but I don't know. I wish I could find an old can.
Well, I wouldn't tell you to go look in the cupboard, but and I know that there's no such thing as a old can of Chef Boyardee in either one of our cupboards. It'd be
That's
lucky
right.
to last a month, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to find an older can. I mean, there's a commercial. Looks like.
Well, do a new Google search and do like vintage Chef Boyardee or something.
All right, let's do that. We'll go in there. Let's see here.
That's weird how on your screen it keeps converting from the cartoon to the real him. It's morphing.
Well, this just goes to show you I don't know how to spell. Oh, okay. I think it's been debunked already. Look at there. It looks like it was just a logo update.
Yeah, I was thinking that might be the case, but I wasn't 100% sure.
See, there it is, the way I remember. So, okay, it's not a Mandela effect, folks.
Well, it's still interesting to be up on our knowledge in case it was to get kind of shifty on us.
And of course, Eddie Von Keen says that the old cans do, in fact, have dashes. So, all right. Well, that's all I had for a Mandela effect and a possible Mandela effect.
All right. Well, I still think that you might be onto something with that whole Rocky Belt thing.
Yeah, and Rocky's been Mandela affected more than once, my friend.
Yeah, I always like the one about the I know it doesn't resonate with you, but the whole one about the robot not being in Rocky 5 and then all of a sudden being there, because so many people don't have any recollection of seeing it back when they watched it the first time.
Oh yeah, for sure. But here's what I'm gonna do. It's come to this time in the program where we will open the phone lines.
All right.
And if anyone wants to call, then so be it. If they don't, then screw it. We'll we'll end the show. I'm hoping we get some phone calls. I don't know.
So I heard a funny thing the other day, or today, or whenever, recently.
Welcome to Uber Conference by DialPad.
What's that?
You know how just recently we saw Trump with his mask on for the first time, in public, significantly wearing a mask.
Mm-hmm.
And the person said now he's a mask hole like the rest of us.
Do what now?
Is that makes now he's being a mask hole like the rest of us.
Oh, he's no longer a bare face.
Yeah.
He's a mask hole. That's funny, dude. Mask hole, get it? Mask hole, mask hole. Huh. Okay. Well, Lorraine said she would call. Damn, did we lose you already? You just got here. Oh, looks like
I'm here. No worries. I went off screen, and no sooner than I go off screen, I lose my audio.
Oh, okay, I see. Well, let's see if Lorraine stays true to her promise. She said she would call, and then I think Catherine Snow said she would call as well. So hopefully, oh wait, no, she didn't. I made that up.
Oh, okay.
I guess I was just hoping. I've never heard her voice before. Have you?
I don't think that I have. If I do, I don't remember.
Oh. Well, hey, you guys, if any of you want to talk about a personal experience that you may have had, like maybe you were working at a supermarket or something and, something happened to you, or maybe you want to talk about the rebel flag like I did earlier on. Who knows? Talk about anything you want to talk about. If you lost a sock in the dryer this week, you can talk about that. Oh, here we go. I think this might be Lorraine right here. We got Bloomington, Indiana. I do believe it is. Hello, Bloomington, Indiana. You're on the air with Hebro and good old Saggy.
Hi, guys. It is me. How are you?
Cool.
Well, hello there.
Yeah, hi. Glad you woke up. I went in on Sunday night, but I've had this sort of throat started Saturday, and I've been out sick a few days. So I think I'm better, but I'm not back to normal. I wanted to ask a general question.
Hold on.
If people think that this shift, the big shift happened in 2016.
Wait a minute, you're getting
Alliance or whatever you anyone know what month that may have happened or when? Did anyone notice?
I'm sorry. What? You were echoing off of Saji's phone there for a second. What were you saying?
Okay, I'll start over. Hi, it's me. I was saying that I would have called in Sunday, but I've had a sore throat and a cold, and I've been out sick a few days.
Oh man.
Anyway, yeah, my general question is, if people feel that we moved from the Sagittarius arm to the Orion spur, or whatever the wording is, and that happened in 2016, does anyone have an idea what month that was?
Well, when I originally started researching, Lorraine, it seemed like that it was right around June was a significant month on Google Trends when you would notice, but it sometime between June and October is my best guess.
Okay, because I was trying to think back to that year and what I was doing, and did I notice anything different? And it was a year of struggle for me, so everything was all kind of a stressful, horrible set of circumstances, So
right. I mean, I think the big reality shift for a lot of people, not so much myself, but was nobody expected Trump to win the election. If you just kind of like they're saying now, he doesn't stand a chance. They were all scoffing at the fact that he even thought he had a chance, and then when the election news came out that he won, it was I don't know if you remember, but people were talking about they were going to leave. Celebrities were talking about they were going to move to Canada, and I mean it was a real surreal time for our whole country. I mean, people were just beside themselves. They couldn't believe, a reality talk show host made it to be president.
Yeah, at that time I knew some people they're just fed up with the same choices year after year. Election after election with the Clintons and Bushes, and people are like, it's like the same families. And people wanted to change. And so I know a lot of people probably voted for him just to we're going to vote for who we want to. And, excuse me, wanting a change and wanting to give someone else a chance. And before we knew everything we know about him now,
Oh yeah, I mean, and what really strikes me as funny is not trying to pick a side and say pro-Trump or anti-Trump or anything like that, but how many people, despite every day the news gets on there and orange man bad and talks bad about Trump, how popular he still is with the core group of people that voted for him. Now, needless to say, with this whole coronavirus stuff, a lot of people are starting to feel kind of let down and things of that nature. But and I'm not trying to make it an enigmatic argument as to whether he's a good guy or not, but he is one of the few people who ever got into office and actually fulfilled some of his campaign promises. But at the same time, he has a big ego. He comes off as kind of pompous. He doesn't really. Sometimes he seems like the only thing he really cares about is his ratings more than he cares about anything else. I mean, I can see how some people would be disenamored with him, but nevertheless, I'm not trying to make this into a long-winded political discussion. That was a year, 2016, when a lot of things just seemed to finally come to a head, and some type of shift really did happen. I mean, I think on a spiritual level, a lot of people were growing. I know in the truther community, a lot of things were going on as far as things being exposed for what they are now. And I don't know, it just seems like a lot really took place in that year as far as things coming into a new light, you might say.
Well, I got to say this also. I got to add this to it is I think a lot of people were getting sick and tired of politics as usual, and a lot of the voters came out of the woodwork because they didn't want the same old. They were getting so they were all fed up with it, and everyone was losing their jobs, and a lot of the coal mines and stuff like that was closed down, and Trump was pro coal mine, the pro bringing factories back to America and stuff. And I think people heard that, and they really responded.
Yeah, not only that, but like she said, had been a long time since we hadn't had a Bush or a Clinton in office. I mean, it had been almost I think 18 years, close to 20 years since it hadn't been the case, and people were ready for it to be something besides that.
Well, I have to say, there's a thunderstorm here, and the power went out for half a second and came back because of lightning. So that was interesting. Well,
yeah, I'm sorry to hear you're not feeling well, Lorraine. I hope you get to feeling better.
Thank you. I do feel better, but I'm not all back to normal. I've already called off. Can I call off for work tomorrow? Yeah, I think I did. Well, anyway, have you heard of Bashar? Bashar. Bashar is channeled by a man named, gosh, what is his name? I can't think of his name. But Bashar, have you ever heard of him?
I don't think so, but maybe go refresh my memory. Tell us about
familiar. It. Sounds really familiar. I got to tell you.
Yeah, it's a man named Daryl, and for many years, like over 20 years, maybe 30, I'm not sure, he's channeled Bashar, and Bashar says he's from what you would call your future. He says to us, I'm from what you would call your future. And he's apparently like a future incarnation of Daryl himself. Well, here's what's interesting. Well, two things. Mainly, when I listen to what he says, it feels like it rings true, and it resonates with me. And he, about the nature of the universe and creation and all this stuff. Hold on. Creation, I mean like the way we can create our own realities, the way we can manifest and bring to us things that we want, all that. Anyway, there's a video I found of him from around 2014, maybe 2015, where he says, in 2016, your world will change. And he didn't say when, and he didn't say it's because of the election. He just said in 2016, your world will change. And so I'm thinking he was talking about this. And what he has said since is that you're seeing an overlapping of multiple realities. Because we're becoming either we have already been multi-dimensional creatures or we're becoming that. So that would explain why there's one version of a movie and there's another version of it. There's residue of the old way and there's the new way. So I would suggest if anyone, hold on, excuse me, go look him up and listen to his video. They're on YouTube, and you can subscribe if you want to hear about upcoming events he does.
Well, what is
the other thing worth noting about 2016 was that was the year the Mandela effect really caught a lot of steam. I mean, a lot of them really started to the channels really started to pop up, and from what I understand, we really got a big influx of them, of people noticing them and bringing awareness to it. And on a side note, it's also when they fired up that Large Hadron Collider down there in Geneva at CERN too. So those noteworthy things to take note of.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out what month, because I'm trying to remember, did I feel anything different or anything change? And I really didn't, but I was under a tremendous amount of stress anyway, without having income and it was just bad. It'll all be in my book.
Cool. Man, you really, you sound like you need a cough drop.
I probably do, but I'm eating some food right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Here's the other thing. The first time I noticed something, I remember now, it was literally in early 2017. on the night of Mardi Gras before Lent, and maybe if anyone who's Catholic will know, Lent is I think 40 days before Easter. Mardi Gras is like the last. Mardi Gras is French for Fat Tuesday. Mardi is Tuesday and Gras is fat. In French, they have the descriptive term after the noun, unless it's relating to beauty, age, goodness, or size. So you might say la belle enfant, meaning the beautiful child. Anyway, okay, so Mardi Gras night, I happened to go to an event at a church. I think that was the night. They had us write a little prayer or on a post-it note and go up to the map, the world map on a bulletin board, and put that on the area of the world we're going to pray for, or people, or whatever. And stuff had happened in Cuba. So I wrote something for Cuba, and I went up to the map, and I couldn't find Cuba. I was like, where's Cuba? And people were, noticing it was taking me a long time to find what I was looking for. And, you're in a church, and it's a quiet ceremony, and it's part of this, casual portion of the evening. But they were laughing. I could hear them starting to laugh a little, like they could realize I didn't know where Cuba was, because it had moved under. It was no longer southeast of Florida. It was like the kind of south of Florida. That's the first time I noticed anything. Then later I was on a Facebook page called Symptoms of the Ascension and Energy Shift. I suggest that anyone check it out. It's kind of cool. And someone posted, oh, I must have shifted realities again. I just noticed that South America is a lot farther east than it was. And that's when I looked up a map and went, oh my God, what happened?
Yeah, it looks like someone took the paint and smeared it all to the right, doesn't it? So while you were talking, I looked it up, and it looks like it was on December the 5th, 2016, at exactly 6:02 a.m. When the experiment recorded their last collisions, also known as events. When the machines are turned off, the LHC operators take stock, and the resulting figures are astonishing. It happened at exactly 6:02 a.m. on December the 5th.
Is that Eastern time here in America? Or
let's see. Let me go back and look.
Oh. Well, yeah.
It doesn't specify which time zone.
Really
I would guess that is Greenwich Mean Time, which is 0 Greenwich Mean Time is at 8 p.m. my time, so that would be I see 9, 10, 11, 12, about 2 a.m. in the morning Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, when the bars close. So the thing is, what's amazing is if this happened, something went kablooey over there, and we all got moved to this other version of Earth or a different dimension, a different parallel reality. How is it that we did not feel anything? I mean, it was that's a dumb question, but it was probably instantaneous, and it's so amazing. How would we not feel? You know what I mean?
Well,
it wasn't maybe a physical move like we're used to thinking. It was an instantaneous being zapped out and being zapped over there.
First of all, there are no dumb questions, only dumb answers. And the dumb answers...
You know what? I got lots of those.
This is what I was getting ready to say. The dumb answers mostly come from me. But no, we've had all kinds of shifts. And the way I explain it is when I experience a shift is my ears will start ringing. And they'll do that for about a week. And I've noticed here lately, mine have been ringing for a couple days now. So I do believe we're in for another shift. So as far as feeling the shift goes, I don't think you can actually feel it unless you're like psychic linked and tuned or whatever. But I do feel like the ear ringing is one of the big signs, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think that one of the way it would probably happen is some people who are more in tune or aware may notice that they experienced a loss of time, like or a slight disorientation, but to actually be able to consciously witness the shift occur, I think that that's something that the natural phenomenon in itself is resistant to. I mean, that would be too traumatic, I think, for anybody to experience, and also, I mean, it would we all wouldn't be standing here scratching our heads wondering what happened. Could we remember it? Actually as it occurred. So that's my most logical answer I can come up with.
Well, in the website, I'm sorry, the Facebook page, Symptoms of the Ascension and Energy Shifts, it lists ear ringing as one of the symptoms. And I realized I've had a left ear ringing. I don't notice it 99% of the time because it's quiet. But like when I lie down and I'm not listening to anything else, I can recognize that it's there. And it's not a steady tone. Like one guy posted, it's like cicadas. You know how they have a few pitches that they sound off.
Oh yeah. Hey, I got a funny story to tell you real quick about cicadas. Me and my wife a few years ago, we were out in the woods, and I was scouting for places to like the deer hunt and whatnot. So I was scouting for the I'm sorry.
Are you looking for places in the woods? Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah, I was scouting for a place to deer hunt at the time. And
I thought it was going to be something else.
No.
Yeah, when you said, well, I was thinking something totally different too. I was like, he's either looking for a place to lay down a blanket or he's looking for a place to smoke pot, but I'm not sure which.
Well, no, we could have done that in the truck. But my point is, every time she would get up to move or to go get out of the truck or whatever, we would hear this weird sort of buzzing noise. And it was only every time she'd lift her leg up to move or shift around or whatever, we'd hear this strange buzzing noise. And at first I thought it was how sometimes if you leave your keys in the vehicle, it goes, that sound. But I mean, we looked and looked and looked, and we were looking forever for this sound. And what we noticed was it was every time that she would lift up. So I said, well, why don't you just get up and get out of the truck for a second? And sure enough, when she got up and moved herself out of the truck, we looked into the seat, and then the crevice of the seat was one of those cicadas. And so apparently every time she was putting her body weight back down, she was smashing that poor guy. Yeah. So it was just like this weird electronic buzzing sound, So there's my cicada story for the night. Just wanted to share that with you.
Well, you know how they have like several pitches of sounds that they make and go back and forth among. The ringing in my ear is a little bit like that, where there's like several different tones. So I kind of thought, when the guy said it sounded like that, I realized what he meant. So, anyway, it's bizarre. The whole thing's bizarre.
I mean, you raised a lot of good questions, though, and I think that there is some type of I think that is a major time to pay attention to, and if anybody was to ever come up with a conclusive answer, I do think that somehow, some way, 2016 is the year when something significant did happen. So, for whatever that's worth, I do think that is a notable time frame. Whether or not it had anything to do with the Hadron Collider firing up or whatever on December the 5th, I have no idea. But it is one of the theories that are out there. So I thought it was worth mentioning.
Yeah, well, thanks for that. Yeah. Well. Yeah, that's kind of what I was just wondering about. Anything else you want to ask, or not that you really, you're not there to really ask me questions, but.
No, I mean, I really appreciate the fact that you called. Even though you're not well, I mean, that says a lot about your character there. And you really have always been so supportive of us in the show. So we got nothing but love for you.
Well, thanks for saying that. Well, I will say though, Hebrew, that I happened to watch that WrestleMania video you made.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, that's the most wrestling I've ever watched. And it's really, hold on. Excuse me. It's the dialogue, the narration, and the pacing of the event, the fights and all the different moves they were making. That was pretty good. Now, I don't really watch wrestling. I know they have different things they do and what they talk about. But it was a pretty well thought out project and took a lot of effort. But then, of course, the funniest part for me is then when I see your hand, because for a lot of that,
Right.
a lot of that, it looks fairly realistic with the way the arms are moving and the.
And you know what? For the most part, he does a really good job of keeping his hand off of the screen, which I know that is a tough thing to accomplish. And if you get down into even the details, like one detail that stood out to me was when at the end there, when it was the Hulk Hogan, the title bout or whatever, or at the end, it wasn't a title bout, but the main event, and when he had Hulk Hogan doing the classic shaking his head, he would literally take his thumb and shake Hulk Hogan's head. I was like, that is so like down to the detail.
Right.
And I have to ask you, Hebrew, now do you use this technique when you play with dolls with your daughter? Is it like you entertain her with stuff like this? Well, I would imagine it would be great for a little girl who likes dolls to.
Oh yeah, she would. Does she even ever watch your stuff? I mean, I have to imagine she would have to be fascinated by it.
No, she doesn't actually watch any of it. But I will say this.
When she was littler, when she was younger, did you play with her with dolls?
Well, I mean, she still
imagination.
Sure, and I mean, most of the scenarios though would come from her. Like she would already have scenarios that she would have them in each week. It was almost like a soap opera where she would have them, there would be one thing going on and one storyline, and then there'd be another storyline, and I would step into it. And when I'd step into it, she'd get upset because I wasn't picking up where she left off. She's like, no, these two are together, and this one works at this place, and that one does this and that. And I was like, oh, okay, well, let's shake up the story a little bit. So I would have the guy go, just do different things or whatever. But yeah, she pretty much had all that in her head and all played out by the time I'd get there to play with her. So she's quite creative.
Yeah, well, it sounds like she's a lot like you then.
Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes we'll be sitting in the living room. We'll hear her playing something over and over again, and what she's doing is she's recording her saying stuff, or she'll record herself laughing, or something like that, and she'll practice it over and over again. And it's like that's pretty good, for a 9-year-old.
Yeah. Did she watch soap operas and kind of see their format where they update you on 4 stories per episode, 4 mini stories, and they keep going back and forth?
No. She pretty much watches a lot of YouTube and a lot of that how to make slime and those videos, stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure they have like Barbie YouTube channels where they show stop motion Barbie stuff all the time. I think she really wants to get into that, but all of my equipment is over here at my studio, and I really can't do that with her, but I might do that someday.
Yeah. Well, when I was 8 years old, I asked for my own cassette tape recorder because my brother had one. And so I got it. Well, one time I got something I asked for, but I would sing and record songs and try to do little, commercials and stuff. And I found the tape some years ago, and I really wasn't even on pitch with my singing. It was horrible. And thank goodness I've gotten better after that. But I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not even on pitch, So we had a great time, and one of the things that was fun, there was always the thing, it was supposed to be some guy falling off a cliff. So it'd be, we did that at least 8 times.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's interesting that you should mention that, because when I was little, I come across a tape recorder one time that my grandpa used on his job, and I would take it and I'd make all those, like I would do like commercials, and I would do fake interviews and stuff like that. And that's really how I got started in all this.
Yeah, and one time my dad put a hidden microphone above our table for one of our birthday parties when we were kids. And this was like when he had like a reel-to-reel thing that he happened to have. And so I don't even recognize some of my brother's voices because they were little kids, and I didn't recognize it. But that was kind of a cute idea. And now, of course, the video world, the video age, where everyone's got a camera and video, and it's not a big deal anymore. Kids probably grew up with lots of videos of themselves. It's not a big deal, but just having a recording of a party, that was pretty cool.
Oh man, that would be.
When I found my cassette tapes, the cassette player I had wasn't moving the tape right. It would start to, the tape would come loose. So I had it looked at. I got to make sure that part's working right, but I haven't really played them because it was going to chew up the tape. So at some point I have to play them and then record them onto like a CD or whatever, just preserve it.
Yeah, it's funny you guys both mentioned the tape recorder, because I actually had I think it was like my 11th or 12th birthday, somewhere around there. I got a I guess you call it a boom box, like it's a stereo, a portable stereo, and it had a dual cassette. And what was the neat thing about it was you could play both decks at the same time, and it would sound like garbage. I mean, if you're playing, two totally different songs, but what I started to do is I would take a recording. I would make a recording of what I had in deck A on the deck B, then rewind both of the tapes and hit play at exactly the same time, and it would create like a weird echoey wowie effect, like it would be wow, like the music would like have a weird reverb, because they would be like it totally 100% in sync, but slightly falling back and forth off of sync, and because of, I guess, the nature of a tape recording, and it would just create a weird special effect that I was just so enamored with. And then I started getting into splicing, like trying to literally create edits of song that were like where it would be like the same, like kind of like what you hear DJs do, like where it'd be like I'm trying to think of an example, like CNC Dance Factory, like everybody dance now, and it would be like and it would just do it like 4 times in a row, and then the beat would drop or something. That was what I used to do for hours on end.
Well, did you ever just take a blank tape and then record yourself singing to a song where you maybe you're listening to the song with headphones? Of course, this is involved. But then play your tape singing next to the original tape of the music, so it sounds like you're singing with the music. That would be cool.
No, never at that time. I really wasn't much into doing any type of performance stuff myself. Now, later, after I got into high school, I started writing. I used to always like to write poems and write short stories and things of that nature. So I started trying to write rap songs, and I was so cliche. I mean, looking back at my early stuff that I did back then, I sounded like the nerdiest white guy ever trying to write a rap song. But I did it, and I actually over time I got better and better at it, and ended up winning different contests and rap songwriting contests online and things of that nature. So I stuck with it. I actually got good at it.
I didn't know that. That's amazing. Hey, guys, at one point, I have a video that I posted on my YouTube channel, which I really have not even logged into in years. But my video is there, and you can show it at some point. It's called Celebrate with Cake. And it's about, was it 13 minutes long, 8 or 9 minutes long? I don't remember. But you can choose to do it another time when you know. You, you might want to go look at it first on your own, and then don't say anything, but then put it on the show. But it's up to you. Do you know what I mean? Are you going to go try to...
What's it called again? What are you talking about?
On my YouTube channel, which is Lorraine Lamour, I have a video called Celebrate with Cake.
Celebrate with Cake, okay.
Yeah. You have my permission to put it on the show at one point. I won't copyright it. Cause...
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for the heads up on that. And, we'll check it out when we get off the air, and we'll get back to you.
Yeah, and after you look at it, don't say anything about it to anybody. If you're going to show it, just show it and let them have a completely natural reaction to it.
Okay, will do.
Anyway, it's just an idea. I had another one on there, one or two on there, but I guess they got taken off. I had not literally logged into that channel for, I don't know how many years. Probably 8 years. I don't remember.
Oh, okay, so it's an old channel. But is it the same one that you're on now? Like if I look up your name the way it's spelled now, I'll find it?
Yeah, it should be there. Yeah.
Okay.
Last I checked, it was there, but I last checked probably 6-8 months ago. Yeah. I'm just calling in on my phone right now. That's how I'm talking to you. Mm-hmm. And then I use my...
No, but I mean, like when we see you in chat, I mean, that's the same account, right?
I don't know if it's not the same account, but it's under...
Well, because you have to have a YouTube account to log into YouTube and chat and stuff. So, I mean, unless you got more than one account, that would be the same one.
It probably is. I don't remember. I don't know. But if you go to YouTube and search my name, it's one of the few that'll show up. It might be the only one. I don't know.
Well,
all right. Yeah, we'll check it out for sure.
Check it out. Hey, you know what? I appreciate your call, Lorraine. Thanks for stopping by and chatting with us.
No problem. I'm glad we found Sergi and got him on the.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was getting worried about him there for a second.
We're gonna chip in to get him a different alarm clock.
Yeah, one that's really loud.
Excuse me. Well, I better go. Have a great night, and I'll keep listening.
Okay, well, I hope you get better.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Well, there you go. That was Lorraine Lamour, of course. And I just got informed that Dan's on right now at this time. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is and we've had a good show. We've been on here for over 2 hours now. And so that's our usual show, kind of.
Yeah, I concur. Yeah, I'm sorry I was a little late or excessively late or late. And, I still had a good time. I'm still glad I made it. And thank you once again, my friend, for letting me be on the platform here with you. Thank you, everybody in chat, for participating and showing up. And that's really about all I got.
All right. Well, we'll skip the court martial for now, but just saying, next time. Next time.
All right. Hopefully there won't be a next time.
You go AW. What do they call it? AWOL?
Yep, AWOL.
Yeah. AWOL. Yeah. But no, we've had Eddie Von Keen, Go Kart Bob zooming around. We had Lorraine Lamore, of course, with an awesome phone call, I might add. Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine. The ever so lovely Catherine Snows. And quite a few lurkers, probably. Oh, did I mention Eddie Von Keen, the real one?
Yeah, I think you might have with a wrench.
Okay, cool. Well, that does it for Taco Tuesday. This has been Hebrew 77 along with Sagittarically Speaking. And we hope you enjoyed the show, everybody. Now I'll do my outro. Same way I did the intro. I'm gonna do a little tune here. Goodbye, everybody. Well, it's time to go. I hope you catch us next time on the Shifty Sunday Show. We've had a good time tonight, but it must come to an end. So we'll see you all next time. I hope it isn't a sin. Whoops. Now where's my thing at? Oh, here we go.